everybody, this is Ginger, and this is Ginger's Rant Show, and let me check something here. Yeah, okay. We're good. I hope all is well. I was supposed to go to my doctor's appointment this morning, but discovered that I was supposed to have received a phone call. For some reason, they're having trouble with their system. My doctor couldn't come in today, so I had to reschedule. But hey, that's okay. It happens to anybody. Hey, Nancy. Um, and for those who know, just be sure to get your taxes in on time. So, if you have to file an extension, file an extension. The IRS understands some things are slow. So, just do them. I done my taxes yesterday. I'm very proud of myself, and I was really kind of surprised, but it was very easy. I used TurboTax, so very easy, very simple to do. And if you need help, you get a real live tax advisor to help you on some stuff, and they explain things a little bit better. They thought out a lot of things and what various situations occur. Anyway, this is somewhat going to be a very short video. My allergies are really bad today, so anyway, as you can see on my title line, bad boy, Trump, what are you going to do? Well, he dug himself such a deep hole, I think it's gone all the way to Russia. He can't climb out. And he is not, what's getting him into trouble, not only his ego, but his narcissism and everything else, that he thinks he knows everybody better than anybody, and he really doesn't. And he's not even listening to his lawyers. Even if he picks lawyers that are not very smart either. And they should know better. Some have no trial experience, some do, but they try telling him things that he just won't listen to them, because he thinks he knows better than they do. So my thinking is, then what's the point of having a lawyer? you know. But he's in trouble on the federal level. D.C. is doing grand jury proceedings against him on the Mar-a-Lago issue, on the secret documents that he stole. And he says, well, those are mine. They go, no, they're not yours. They belong to the government. They don't belong to you. And he can't seem to get that particular fact through his thick skull. So, he's in trouble for that, and there's been several other new witnesses called for that grand jury. In New York, there's one more person that's testifying. There too. There's really no news come out as of yet what's happening. Of course, they're supposed to, originally the grand jury in New York is supposed to meet this afternoon. So, I don't know if they met yet. Probably have, I don't know. There's no news on that yet, but I'll find out from the Midas Touch. And if you want more information, go to the Midas Touch network here on YouTube. And they got very experienced lawyers. They're explaining how things work and what the law is and what procedures there are and everything else. So, oh, and I'm doing some revamps on my store. I'm working on that. Also, I'm working on my YouTube channel, too. Anyway, back to Trump. I'm getting to the point now, like many of you, are sick and tired of this idiot. And he is an idiot. He did this pathetic so-called rally last Saturday in Waco on the very day of the 30th anniversary of the Branch Davidian compound raid. And why he picked that day, I don't know. So it was a very, very small crowd. Somebody did he said, well, it was a great big, super big crowd and everything else. Somebody set up a drone very up high, or a plane or a chopper or something, and then go. No, the crowd was pretty tiny, and 30 minutes after he was there, when he started rambling on and talking and everything, people started leaving. So he's losing his base. Oh, another thing too, Elon Musk on Twitter, they took away Trump's blue star or blue dot or blue star or something like that off his Twitter account, and I guess they closed down his Twitter account. I guess must have changed his mind on that, or whoever the CEO is. I don't think I have a new CEO or not on Twitter, but they took that away because it was getting to the point where he who shall not be named is getting very, very violent, and all the stupid rhetoric, he keeps saying the same stuff and everything else. Somebody should tell him to shut up. Okay. Along that line, then you have the GOP, the cult, the MAGA hats and everything else. Well, I understand Marjorie Taylor Greene's in trouble. And many of the Republicans some of the Republicans, not all. I'm not talking about the radical Republicans. I'm talking about the other sect, the Republicans, the more common sense ones that like to work across the aisle and get things done. Those guys are pushing back against Green and some of the others in the House. Even Hakeem Jeffries is saying, if you guys want to govern, do it properly, type thing. And I also believe the GOP is no more. And it's getting more and more that way. Unless they revamp themselves like they did in 1871, after the Civil War. I think it was 1867 or something like that. When they revamped themselves the second time, or first time. For a while, the GOP, their previous predecessor brand was the Whig Party, okay? Well, they got themselves into trouble, and so they had to revamp that party, and they changed the brand name to the Grand Old Party, or Republican Party. And this was founded by Lincoln. Well, President Lincoln would not put up with any kind of crap. If he was alive today, he would not put up the crap that's happening right now. He would slap Green, Jordan, McCarthy back so hard when being funny. And some of the mega GOP, as I call them, they're so afraid of education. Why? Why are they so afraid of education? Unless they screwed up on their own educational path and were embarrassed about it. But they seem to be looking down on people that are highly educated and smart and know the facts and know history and everything else. Well, we have our education like you and I did. And don't let anybody take that away from you. They can't take it away from you. And what you do is you push back at them and say, you know what? When you do that, you're being ignorant. If you want If you're not sure about the facts on that particular subject, go look it up. Go do some homework, do some studying. Okay? But anyway, they need to be slapped back and slapped hard. So far, I have not seen or heard any GOP that's willing to run for president. Because I think now majority of the mega GOP are in trouble with the law. And we need to push back the fact that there should be no lobbyists in Congress. They should not be taking payments. That's bribery on a public official, and that's a big no-no. Canada takes it seriously. They will not allow bribery to a public official. They will not allow lobbyists. The only people who are allowed to get in contact with the representatives or, their counterpart to our legislative branch, is their people, their constituents, and say, hey, we have a problem. Are you aware we have a problem down here in this and this and this? And their representative goes, no, I wasn't aware of it. Okay, well, let's check it out and find out what the problem is and we'll fix it. Canada doesn't play around when they do that. Neither does Britain. They don't play around either. Or any other democratic country, they don't play around when it comes to solving problems and issues. Right now, of course, over the weekend, France is in turmoil because President Macron wanted to reform the retirement age on the pension, those that are receiving the pension, and they wants to raise it to the age of 67. Right now, their pension retirement is at 65. They do one age bracket. They're not like three here where we have a choice between 60, 62, 65, and 67, or whatever it is. Keeps changing all the time. So over there is just one age. Just one, age 62 is right now where it stands in France. But he wanted to raise it to 67. Well, a lot of people, when they get up to their 60s, they get up to the point where they just don't really, they get burned out and they don't really want to work anymore. Okay? It depends on what they do and everything else. Now, farmers is a different story. I'm farmers. They work regardless, but I think they can receive a pension. But I don't know how it works in France, okay? Now, the other thing real quick here, still waiting on the indictment on Trump. As I said before, the two grand juries, both New York and Washington, D.C., I think Georgia's wrapping up theirs. They have a couple more witnesses to have testified. Now, Pence is fighting the one subpoena to testify for the grand jury at D.C. Why? What is he afraid of? He's no longer attached to he who shall not be named. So, really, what is he afraid of? He should go in there, testify, tell it like it is, and then move on. I think Pence has basically forgotten that Trump tried to kill him on January 6th. Because he was egging the crowd on, and that's what he was doing. And, whitewashing the history of that is not going to work. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and shut off early. I know you guys are busy, and I will see you on Friday at 1 o'clock. Let me check my calendar here. Hold on a minute. Let me check my calendar. Yeah. I'll see you on Friday at 1. And, wait a minute, that's the wrong one. Yeah, I'll see you Friday at 1 o'clock. Um, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And I will post this video on my YouTube. Sorry it's short, but I wanted to watch a rocket launch. I probably missed part of it. So, anyway, take care. Be sure to insist, persist, and push back. And check out my store. Let's see, let me pin a comment. Just a minute. Just a second here. Okay. Here's my store. Anyway, check out my store. And I will see you guys later. Okay? Love you all. Okay. Bye-bye.